So now I'd like to talk a little bit about revenue officers. So a revenue officer is a local IRS agent. They're assigned to one of the local field offices of the IRS. The IRS has quite a few across the country. We have 2 here in San Diego. And a revenue officer is an individual collection agent. Most offices have anywhere between 10 and 50 revenue agents. Some have more. Some of the bigger IRS offices, and let's say we'll get into California, or some of the other ones will have more agents. Some will have less. And an IRS revenue officer is a specially trained collection agent. So we pulled the IRS's job description for revenue agents. They conduct face-to-face interviews with taxpayers. They analyze financial information. They collect monies. They seize assets and property. They try and resolve tax issues. They garnish bank accounts. And they educate taxpayers as to their filing and paying obligations. And those are the principal jobs of a revenue officer. As a practical matter, a revenue officer is assigned about 40 collection cases and gives each one of those cases special attention. Special attention when it comes to the IRS is not a good thing. So revenue officers, by their job description, are mandated to try and make personal field contact with your taxpayers. So they're the ones that go around knocking on people's doors, going to their jobs, leaving cards, or otherwise coming around and scaring people. So if you have a client and the client comes to you and says, I was contacted by the IRS and so left a card on my door, you are probably dealing with a revenue officer. So it's important to look at that person's business card and confirm that suspicion and or call them and ask them who they are. But those are usually the people that you're dealing with when you deal with a revenue officer. Now, because the IRS has limited resources, revenue officers generally only work certain matters. So revenue officers will work individual liabilities of $250,000 or greater. They will work payroll tax liabilities. Payroll tax liabilities are a very hot topic for the IRS, and they will work payroll taxes of all sizes. So if you have a business that has accrued more than 2 quarters of payroll tax liability, generally they will assign a revenue officer to the case to stop the bleeding, particularly when there's a high dollar amount. The other type of matter that IRS revenue officers will investigate is chronic non-filers. So people who have not filed multiple years of returns, the IRS revenue officer will go out, will do a more detailed asset investigation, perhaps pulling DMV records, and will try and track that person down and get them back into compliance.